Mic test. All right. Trickle in, guys. Trickle in. All right, guys. What it do? What it be, players? Welcome to Cousin Roy's Talking Manchester. So, look, obviously, there's a lot to talk about, or maybe there actually isn't anything to talk about at all. So, I think many of us knew going into this game yesterday that it was going to be tough, and some of our viewers first were realized. I think a lot of you have seen probably in your WhatsApp groups messages being shared showing how people were predicting how like Scholesy predicting it might have been 3-0 in the first half, or how if we didn't have structure, so on and so forth. But I guess the bigger question is, or the more important question is, now what do we do from here? If you have already read and seen what Oli said yesterday, obviously he's gutted. Obviously he said, if they went 3-0 in down at halftime, he felt there was still a chance. But once the fourth goal went in, he said then it was over. As far as his selection goes, he said he still stood by it because the previous game's results was good. Now, if you look at the latest news here, apparently Sir Alex Ferguson has already delivered his verdict on Antonio Conte amid talks that Solskjaer might be replaced. So let me just read this out. Blah, blah, blah. Now, if Conte was to become United's manager, they will be inheriting a boss who has developed a habit of winning. So somebody's asked Alex Ferguson about this, is it? Okay, his first season at Stamford Bridge saw him win the Premier League title when he's played a 3-5-2 system. Okay. And apparently Ferguson had said that you see his energy on the pitch. That's a true saying that the team mirrors the manager, and that's what they've done with him. His team have stayed top of the league for so long. They lost to Arsenal, Liverpool early on, but since then they've been up. Oh, this is some stupid nonsense clickbait. So anyway, guys, I'm to be really honest with you, I had some time to sit back and think, and it'll be hard to replace Oli and put a new manager in. All right, I've been posting certain things that were up today, and I've been reading some of your comments that you gave me. I know some of you said that maybe Oli should be resigning. They're saying some suggested bringing back Rennie Mullenstein, but then to bring back Rennie Mullenstein and putting back with Mike Phelan, my question is, will he still be able to? Will he able to change his team around right now? Like, we do have star players, quality players, but you're telling me our players cannot beat the Chelsea team's players and the Manchester City team's players? I think can. So maybe if you put them individually and try to beat them one on one, we might be able to. But football is a team sport. So now, as a team, there's nothing going on. Like, quite a bit of petulance if you think about it. Ronaldo getting so angry and kicking the fella like that. I mean, whole world is watching. I know you're angry, bro. But like, I think what it shows is there's this huge aura around Ronaldo coming back, and he's like the prodigal son. So now that he came back, everyone's expecting titles, and I think for a long time, right, he's never felt this kind of pressure before. I think he's feeling so much pressure on him right now to deliver. He loves the club a lot, and he knows this is the club where everything started for him. So now with so much pressure, he just came back for what, a couple of weeks, and I had to play the first game. He's realizing this team is actually a team that is on his way to find its identity. And in the midst of trying to find his identity, they haven't found it yet. And I think he's probably realizing it also that right now, with him there, he's thrown a huge wrench in the plans when players from last year were supposed to move into certain positions are not. So when him with this Ronaldo effect coming back and now having feeling like he has to be the guy, the man, the boss on the pitch, and it's when you carry on that kind of pressure and try to play football, play happy football, it's going to be difficult. The best teams in the world, the best teams in the Premier League, especially right now, are playing because they're happy. Do you see this Manchester United team happy? I certainly don't. I don't see them like enjoying their football. I don't see them wanting to go on the pitch. All right, man, let's go, man. This week we're gonna play this guy. Let's go get them. You see them pumping themselves up, geeing themselves up and all that. That that's normal. That's what you always do. But there's a difference between that and wanting to meet a tough opponent this week, wanting to go and get it. Once with all that media training that you have all the time, it's easy to go around and talk. But yesterday you could see the body language, right? The Liverpool players were all strong, steady, and they seem very, very calm, stern faces. I think our Manchester guys seem quite nervous. So Ronaldo is also feeling very nervous. So I don't think he also played his best yesterday. So now you have that, and then you have the January transfer window coming up, and then now we got to talk about Pogba and all these guys who have contracts. Lingard didn't see a minute yesterday. Sancho also. So now I'm thinking, if we actually change the manager, right? Okay, which we're getting to, lah. You threw upon him Ronaldo and said try to work with it. It's not working. Now if we change the manager here halfway. If the players, like I said just now, they're not happy playing football, which manager is going to come and change things, bro? Like you have we have a club legend right now who everybody loves, the guy who comes in and always delivers in the club right now. And if we sack him, can you imagine? It'll be like a huge air gone out of us. It'll be like a huge, like not a weight lifted off your shoulders, but it will be, how do I say, you'll feel empty, because Oli was a former player, guy who served the club, and then we're asking for strangers to come in like Conte and Zidane, and then we're hoping to get those, quick results. I'm not really sure. To be honest with you, I'm not really sure what can happen. I think once the situation calms down and we start looking forward to this Spurs match, I think Oli will still be in the seat. Okay, one of the reasons for this is Liverpool are a strong team. They are a steady team. They were the former 2 years ago. They won the league. So whilst ourselves, we are still trying to find our place, trying to find our identity. Last year we seemed like we were getting there. This year with three big star players coming in, Sancho, Ronaldo, and Varane, it seems to have gone awry a little bit. So I think because of that, knowing that Liverpool is a stronger team than us, most likely Oli will get some leeway. Now, what's happening behind the scenes with players asking each other to have accountability for one number? I think all this bullshit. All right. Basically, I think if you want to ask about better strategy, I think throw away this 4-2-3-1 bullshit. A lot of the players are calling for it already. I hope Oli is a big fan of talking Manchester, so when he watches this, he will know, bro, change it, man. Try some other formation. All right, this is not going to work anymore. And if you go in with the same formation against Spurs, they'll know how to tear you up following how Liverpool played. So I just wanted to do a quick short video, get some thoughts out there. I think let me see, some of you also agree with me that maybe we could let Pogba go away. There was some criticism on Greenwood for not doing enough defensive work yesterday, but I mean, look, like I said, we're playing against Liverpool, so it's a tough team. So let's see how it goes. It's barely 24 hours since this thing happened. The news is slowly trickling in, but that's about it. It's kind of died down. Uh, I'll come back and check back with you guys tomorrow or day after. Meanwhile, remember to like and subscribe. Guys, thank you for tuning in, man. Peace out.